I'm just gonna die here casually. It's fine.
I'm just gonna get some appropriate music going, cause we're back.
We are back.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, it's your boy.
Oh yeah, well, it's time for a certain lonely wolf to take a look at their phone.
No, I don't wanna. No, wait. I don't have to. Wait, Alan, no!
May of 2012.
I feel old.
I mean, May of 2012 was 10 years ago at this point.
Gosh.
Stop. At any rate,
Yeah, this isn't me.
I'm narrating, right?
Mm-hmm.
I pull up to a... Hold on. Wrong voice. I pull up to the old fast food joint in my shitty old truck, the fan blasting hot desert air. I look around the sun-baked parking lot, but I don't see Chase's car yet.
Good.
Is this how this whole opening is going to be? This like super serious moment for this guy, and we're just going to shit on him the whole time?
I do love just the good.
Oh man, you guys suck. Alright.
Eh.
Taking out my phone, I check the time and scan through my messages. He told me he'd get out for lunch 15 minutes ago, but it's been 20 minutes later now. There's a little pang of worry, mostly because I know how shitty a driver Chase is, but he's usually late, so I quash that.
Look, I only got into like 5 accidents.
Listen, Chase. It's plot relevant that you crash like 1,000,000 times.
No, it's plot relevant that I trip every 5 feet.
That too, Chula. That too.
It's also plot relevant that he's a horny boy.
No.
Yeah, he is. I give my pits a quick check. Driving around with a broken AC is fucking torture in this weather. But the antiperspirant seems to be holding up alright. After giving them a quick sniff, I recline and put my paw behind my head to air out and maybe catch a quick nap. Sure, it's a pain in the ass having to come down here when I'm this tired. Dad's working me to the goddamn bone. The restaurant is the opposite side of Peyton. But seeing Chase makes it worth it. It isn't often that we get to have lunch together. A lunch hour being as short as it is gives us only about 20 minutes to really talk. I'm starting to doze off when I hear a knock on my window. Give a little start, open my eyes, and squinting against the desert sun, reflecting all the car bumper in front of me. Looking to my left, Chase's adorable otter face greets me through the window, grinning. All of the bad mood I had earlier evaporates away, as if it were water in this fucking sun, and Chase steps back as soon as I open the door. Hey, babe. I step out and pull him into a hug.
Hey.
He says it against my chest, rubbing his nose in like he always does when I rough my paws around his back. Man, that swim team is really slimming you down. I pinch his sides appreciatively. He wiggles under my fingers and returns the favor to my own waist.
And you're getting squishy.
Hey. I pretend to be offended, giving him a mock growl, letting it vibrate from my chest into his nose. Wouldn't be that way if you didn't keep picking fat factories like this. No more football doesn't help either.
I like it.
I'm actually really proud of him right now. He used to be so worried about people seeing us like this, but now he's hugging me like no one's around. I decided to go a bit further and give him a quick lick on one of those stubby cute ears, and he gives a little shiver and laughs.
Stop. Let's go inside. It's too hot out here.
Hot 'cause you're here. As he turns away from me, As he turns away from me, he lets his thick tail push up against shoving my against my body.
You know, you can squeak, DJ.
That's not that bad.
I'm
You're
gonna be
far
squeaking for
worse.
that. So,
If we start getting into like his reaction, that's when I'm gonna be like, nope. Like that. See, that's too much. That's too much. The action was fine. I don't need to describe the reaction. Please. After we put in our orders and get our drinks, we both stare down at a greasy table. Chase swiping an old fry off his booth.
you know, I would go to a different restaurant if we had time and I had the money.
It's fine. As long as we're not doing it every day. I stretch back, purposely puffing my chest out, so my already tight shirt hugs my body even tighter. It's not lost on Chase, and he gazes at the chest ruff peeking out through my shirt, and I'm satisfied as I see a longing look across his face.
That's not fair, Leo. I've got another 3 hours of school.
Just showing you what's waiting for you at home. He rolls his eyes before pulling out his phone. Hey, no texting. Let's talk.
What do you want to talk about?
He doesn't put it away. Well, I toy with the straw in my cup. Is now a good time to bring it up? I always get annoyed when I see people making a scene in restaurants. Like, it's the perfect place to tell someone it's over or that they're gay. But Chase seems to be in a good mood. Probably as good a time as any. Have you decided what you're going to do after school? Oh, look at that. Chase finally puts his phone down on the table and closes his eyes, sighing. And that makes me nervous.
Don't worry about it right now, Leo. I've still got a few months left to decide.
Fuck. How can he not worry when he's gonna Fuck. How can he not worry when all that's gonna do is make me worry? And the way he says it, it sounds like he's already made a decision. I open my muzzle again, but he stands up, straightening his tight shirt as he does.
Going to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I grunt as he heads off towards the back of the restaurant while I slump in my seat. The idea of Chase leaving is fucking terrifying. We've been this way for the past 2.5 years, and the way he's treating this decision like it's just a fucking annoyance makes me all the more frustrated. I feel like this relationship has only really come into its own over the past year.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry to interrupt. I have a question.
Yeah.
Alan,
Hmm?
you speak the word, but
Yeah.
not the word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it. Carry on.
So the thing is, I'll tell you why I squeaked that word and not that other word.
No, you don't have to explain. I have all the adequate information I need here.
I'm curious, what are you assuming it is now, Harry? Because I'm going to pause the recording. I need to know. Hey, we're back from that diversion.
Hello!
So, get back to your lines, Leo.
Oh, gosh. Mostly because Chase turned 18 and we don't have to worry about that stupid shit anymore. His phone buzzes a few times and I look at it out of habit. Then it really starts buzzing and I realize someone's calling him. Incoming call. Jared. Face they don't recognize pops up on the screen. It's a wolf of some kind. A gray wolf, I think. And he's ridiculously handsome. Model handsome, actually. I furrow my brows, then look back behind me at the bathroom. But Chase isn't there. Fuck it. I could just say I was picking it up for him anyway.
Yeah, that answer.
I'm a
always
nosy
works.
asshole, and I can't help myself. I mean, I grab the phone and stab the green pickup symbol before holding it up to my ear. Since Chase has the stubby muzzle thing going for him, his phone doesn't pull out like mine, so I have to try and direct my voice to the side of my mouth. Who's this? And curse silently as I realized that I wanted the guy to talk with that I cursed silently as I realized that if I wanted the guy to talk, that probably wasn't the best way to do it. And sure enough, I hear a click as he hangs up. I feel my heart beating fast as I put the phone down from my ear. Stare at the screen for a while and barely realized it goes black. There's no way he'd do this. Would he? I slide my finger around the blank screen for a while, then turn it back as I navigate.
What was that, Harry?
No, we're all good. We're all good. Don't worry about it.
Sure enough, there's a thread
An
underneath
FTL
here.
thing, or is this an echo thing?
It's all good. Yeah.
Sounds like an FTL thing then.
Sure enough, there's a thread under the name Jared with over 1,000 texts. My throat is dry as I tap it and look at the most recent messages.
Harry, you want to be Jared?
Well, I almost picture this as like Leo talking in the sense that he's exaggerating this.
Sure, but whenever we've done phone things before, we've always had somebody else voice the character.
Okay, I'm cool with that. It gives
I
me
mean,
Well,
technically, if we
wanna
want to do
do
this,
that.
if we want to do this, then Hannah, you should voice Jared.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Hey boy, where you at? I miss you. Calling now?
Hey,
I whip my head up and see Chase staring down at me, an exacerbated grin on his muzzle.
Faster charge.
I almost lower my ears in shame at being caught, but I catch myself before I do.
Harry, you're muttering for FTL in the background.
Really scared. I made a really bad boo-boo. I messed up real bad. Oh no!
Are you alright there?
Excellent.
No, everything is fine.
Now I'm wishing I had a way to record the fucking footage of you playing FTL now so I can put that in the corner of this video.
Stop. Oh god. Why there are people on board? Okay,
Alright. Okay, so go for it, DJ.
everything's on fire.
Kind of like Chase and Leo's relationship. He's the one who has some explaining to do. Who the fuck is this? I shove the phone in his face, realizing that I've lost my chance at approaching this delicately. I also notice a few heads turning our way and that I've suddenly become the guy I didn't want to be. Chase takes his phone and quickly sits down, his eyes wide as he makes a shushing in his mouth. That only pisses me off more, but at the same time I feel something really sharp and painful in my chest. Is this really happening? So you are leaving. Running off to some other wolf. That's an example of the F-bomb actually being used for intercourse to our earlier conversation.
Well, now I gotta bleep it. Thanks, DJ.
You're welcome. Now people are really staring, and Chase winces as he ducks his head over to the table.
It's a joke, Leo. Calm down.
You call this a joke? I mean, yeah. I don't understand what that means exactly, but I'm starting to. I don't say anything, so Chase keeps going.
Jenna, we were just trying to have some fun.
Whoa, freeze, hold.
Yeah. Yes, you make
What?
the right decision here.
Jenna pretending to be a guy because she wants to sexy text Chase?
No. No, you're misunderstanding. You should find out what the rest of this story is.
Oh, dude.
Jenna's
I know.
not pretending to
I
be a
want
guy
to
for
stick
that.
with that headcanon. Can I please stick with that headcanon?
No, you need to find out the truth. I'm starting to realize this probably wasn't the best time, but...
Jenna. That explains it. But the anger and betrayal I'm feeling doesn't go away like it should. Now I'm livid. So you're playing this stupid game of keeping me guessing whether or not you're gonna do, and then you pull off this shit? I raised my voice for the last part, and there's a noticeable lull in conversations all around us. A few people glance at us, then look away, but I can tell their ears are placed in our direction.
Outside, Leo.
Woo! He says it like he's talking to a toddler. What are you laughing at, Hannah?
You know,
You
I'm
mean
laughing.
Jenna?
I'm pretty sure Jenna and Hannah are both doing this way too much.
I'm actually laughing at the same time. It's got. I'm kind of like, you know what? At this point,
Ben stands up and goes
Chase
straight
is more
for the door.
Chase is more of the adult, while Leo's more like a petulant child.
Unfortunately. But the thing is, I'll give Leo this. Leo was really genuinely concerned about where the relationship was going, and then this prank was played at his expense.
Are you surprised? It's Jenna.
I mean, yeah. I'm just giving
Nah,
one
this-
thing in defense of Leo, and now I
This-
should never
this
do
is
so again.
This is a low blow. I gotta admit, this is a low blow.
Mhm.
Why would, to be honest, okay? Why would anyone? I can't break my Leo voice once I'm in it. Why would anyone like pretend to cheat on their phone with a friend?
Yeah,
That's some garbage, dude.
that is. That's what I'm saying. Like this is This is a low blow.
Mhm.
Yeah, Alan, I have a plan on how to freak out.
Oh dear lord.
What happened?
I can look at your text messages and be like, wait, dude, who is this actually that
All
you
right,
like?
DJ, that's.
Hold up. I'll fix this for you.
Oh,
Just give me a sec. Let me get over to my text messages. There we go.
It hasn't gone through yet. I'll let you know when it does. I'll hide
Now
my
you
phone.
two can bicker about who it was for.
Oh no.
Well, it did go to Hannah first,
Yeah, I was
so.
gonna say what's the Bible?
Ooh.
Just
Just
just don't make it face.
Obviously, that's for me.
You two can
Because-
fight about this. Alright. So back to the actual plot, though.
Alrighty.
Beautiful. He says it like he's talking to a toddler, then stands up and goes straight for the door. Again, I'm pissed off even more the way he's treating me like a child. I deserve it, I know, but I can't help it. I follow him out into the hot air, again, trying to ignore the heads turning as I walk by.
The hell is wrong with you?
I don't know. Maybe you were pretending to cheat on me with a girl you have a crush on. I mean, he whirled
Chase
on me.
might not have a crush on her, just so you know.
I mean, with a girl who has a crush on you.
Chase doesn't know that.
I mean,
if
it's
he
pretty
doesn't,
obvious.
he's pretty dumb.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna
It's
point
pretty
out,
obvious.
Chase is pretty dumb.
Oh, we need to plug
Chase is pretty dumb. I mean, he's my attractive baby, and I like him dumb.
I mean, frankly, if you notice, like throughout everything, literally the entire group has a crush on Chase, and Chase just doesn't realize that.
Except for TJ.
No, TJ also, in my opinion,
Well, he
has a crush
does,
on Chase. Just
But
he's
but
not.
in TJ's route.
What now?
In TJ's route.
In TJ's route, the thing is, I would say TJ does still have a bit of a crush on Chase, but not enough of one that he would be willing to pursue a relationship.
Oh, that's fair.
That if he had been
Oh, that's
given
fair.
enough time and given a different context for it, he might have pursued it. But otherwise,
Oh,
he
no,
hit TJ at the wrong
problems.
times.
Oh, you know what? Everything is on fire. Everything is dying. It's okay.
Excellent.
Like,
Yeah, well, cool.
Like Chase and Leo's relationship.
Yeah. He whirls on me. I'm shocked. He looks almost as angry as I am. Me?
You know, I told you that. I told Jenna that. Oh, what? Hold on. You know, I told Jenna there was no way in hell you'd fall for that, since you already knew how I felt about you. I'm the one who
Such a
should be
garbage
fucking
prank,
offended
dude.
that you think that.
That's not fair. You wanted a reaction from me, and you got one. Happy? I fold my arms and glare at him.
Yeah, I kind
Chase
of
folds his
gotta
arm.
take Leo's side here.
Yeah, I mean, okay, listen. Ooh, apparently I'm using my voice now. Thoughts. One, what the F is he doing looking at someone else's phone
Mm-hmm.
that he should trust? I literally never look at Hannah's phone unless, like, she gave it to me to, like, I don't know, send a message to
Well,
someone.
yeah,
or, like,
if you're given the phone, it's very different compared to the,
Well,
hey, he
and
left it
that's
on
what I'm saying.
on the table and then walked
I'm not,
away.
like, scrolling through Hannah's phone trying to see if she's talking to other, like, that'd be weird, right? Like, nobody who trusts somebody does that. Hannah can talk to boys all she wants without me being like, who's that boy you're talking to, right? Like, nobody who's not jealous does that. Conversely, nobody who's like, nobody does what Chase is doing either.
Yeah,
That's a
weird.
garbage move.
That's so
It's a jerk thing. Here's what it boils down to. Neither of them trust the other, and both of them are more in love with their relationship than the other person, and that's a massive... Right? This is what's happening. Chase wants to be with Leo, but he wants to be with, like, but he wants to be with, first gay boyfriend. Like, this is great, right? And Leo wants to be with Chase, but he wants to be with romanticized version of high school relation.
Yeah,
Down
I would agree with some of that. I will say, though, there's a big issue here as well. And, like, I know, like, with everything that Chase did here is kind of fucked up. But he even says he thought that this wouldn't work. He thought that Leo would trust him more. He thought that their relationship was stronger than this. Because they had been dating for 3 years, that he thought that Leo would assume that he wasn't cheating and would see through that this was a prank. Because they're about to reveal some things about this. If you noticed, Leo didn't go off of much beyond just boy's name, the phone rang, and 4 or 5 texts.
So there's other
All
shit
from
going
today.
on. I am not a fan of either of these actions.
Oh, I agree. I also want to point out, like, Leo also really wasn't thinking things through on this, because I'm reminding you guys, this is May of 2012. Who the fuck goes into a bathroom without their phone nowadays? Especially like a
doesn't?
public bathroom at a restaurant. I'm not saying that as like I'm worried about my privacy. It is how are you going in there without like scrolling through Twitter or something?
Yeah. Even then, I don't like scroll through Twitter in the bathroom.
Well, or it's just
I know,
just
but like,
stare at my
checking
phone.
something, like, whenever I go
Yeah.
places, I won't lie, I take my phone with me to the bathroom because I'm like, I don't want to be in the bathroom and have to listen to other people.
Yeah, I even have it just like, so that like, if, this is gonna sound crazy, but if something happens, I have it.
Mm-hmm. And like that's the thing is most people bring their phones with them to the bathroom, and that was true even in 2012. I remember that.
It was.
So the
So
fact
it was
that
a
Chase,
setup, and then
Chase
was a setup
deliberately
and
left his phone on the side of the table after messing with it and was looking at it during the conversation with Leo. If Chase was even cheating, why did he not take his phone with him?
Well-
Leo really fell for this hook, line, and sinker.
more than that, and here's the other thing that was kind of garbage, right? Leo was like, I want to spend time with you, Chase. Could you get off your phone? And Chase is setting this up. Like,
Yeah.
he's setting
Yeah.
Leo up to be pissed, right?
Yep.
Leo's like, hey, I want to spend time with you. I'm frustrated. You know, I'm nervous about this life change.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
talk about it. And Chase is like, no, let's not talk about it. I'm going to pretend to be cheating. Right? Like, garbage.
True, but I'll say this isn't done yet. We haven't gotten to the end of the story.
Oh, I'm sure Leo did something garbage that
I'm just gonna say this: they aren't broken up yet.
Oh, they should be. All right. All right. Chase folds his arms, too, and slumps against the wall, looking away from me. He's sad. That fucking hurts. I was looking forward to this day, and he probably was, too. It's almost enough to make me take everything back. Almost. Then Jenna shows up. Her light blonde fur almost making her hard to look at as she lights up under the sun. She comes running over from the parking lot to hop up on the sidewalk, standing next to Chase. I should have known how strange it was that Chase would park so far away from me. Look at that face.
Yes.
Well,
Oh,
that's the thing. She got away with a prank.
she loves pranking too. Especially Leo.
Well, she likes people who give big reactions. That's why she even says she prefers to scare Chase, and she almost used to prefer scaring TJ until like TJ's mom basically put the fear of God in her.
Quite literally, if it was TJ's mom, I'm sure.
But that's why
She'd
she doesn't
be-
do like Carl or Flynn, because those two don't react in a way that she
Yeah, they
likes.
probably are like, okay, whatever. She'd been sitting there this whole time, probably watching us through the windows.
What's wrong, Leo?
The glee in her voice brings it all back, and I realize who I'm really mad at. She probably pushed him into the whole thing. This was your idea? I reached out to grab the phone from Chase's paw and held it out to her. She's still grinning, though. The initial happiness morphs into a more condescending look that makes me grit my teeth.
It's a prank, Leo.
It's
Making
just
me
a prank,
think.
bro.
Yeah, that is a rude prank. Honestly, all pranks are... Generally, most pranks are rude. Making me think I just lost my otter as a prank? This is a fucking joke. You need to learn how to make one first.
I do want to say, like, I don't like prank culture for the most part, mainly because, like, I've always heard about, like, the worst and most extreme pranks that people pull. Like, the worst ones that I've heard about are for, like, this one woman whose son went missing, like, 20-something years ago. There was some people who pretended to be her kid. Like, later on.
garbage.
Oh, yeah. Like, they contacted her, like, 20 years down the line and everything. She was still looking for her missing son after all that time. Like, oh, yeah, Mom, I was human trafficked and I got away. And now you can't tell anyone about this or else I'll be killed, Mom. And, like, they ran off. And when she went to, like, the police to tell them, like, stop looking, my son's in danger, they know that she did that. And then they sent her footage from, like, a fake movie or whatever or something like that looked like the guy getting offed.
What?
Yeah, and they claimed that this was all a prank.
That's not a prank.
That's awful.
That's abuse.
Oh yeah, no, they were evil little shits for doing that to that poor lady.
They should go to jail. Bada bada bada.
I do
I'm
believe
not
they
sure
should get
if
punished
jail
in
is the
some
right
capacity.
consequence, but they should have a consequence.
Oh yeah, there
No,
should have been a
they
punishment for
should
that
go
somehow.
to jail. That seems like something you can go to jail, or that seems like something you should go to
It
jail
definitely
for.
was harassment of the lady at the very minimum,
I guess, yeah, I didn't think of that. That's straight
and
up
it was
harassment.
causing emotional damage to her.
Yeah.
Like that poor woman really did not need that in her life.
Well, I don't get it. Like, that's not even funny.
I know, but the thing is, some people have a sick, fucked up sense of humor. They, for some reason, thought that was funny. They aren't people
Never
that I would
do
want to
that
get to
thing.
know, personally. Either way, I guess that's as political as I'm going to get today's episode. My apologies.
Hardly call that political, but yeah. There you go, people. Kids, don't prank.
I mean, like, look, some small pranks are fine. Like, if no one actually gets hurt and no one's, like, feelings are too badly hurt, like, the prank's okay. But when you
I mean-
really fuck with people, I would even say Jenna's pranks sometimes are, in my opinion, bordering on the, that's a little too far, in my opinion.
Well, like the spider,
For-
she plays with his
Yeah.
arachnophobia, right? And then
Mhm.
films it.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm like, okay, Jenna, that's definitely a negative character trait. Like, that's definitely a flaw on her end. Because like
Well, that's good.
I have my own phobia and everything like that, and if she played on that consistently, we probably wouldn't be friends for very long.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's one of the cool things about Echo is that, like, even the characters that you tend to like a little bit more,
Mhm.
about everyone.
Oh yeah, I do like that no one's perfect in this game, except for TJ. TJ's perfect.
TJ, the perfect
We
little
haven't really
Christian.
found a not perfect thing about TJ yet.
TJ's a
Even in his
pushover. That's
route.
my joke. I was joking. He's definitely a pushover for the most part.
I guess, I guess
Yeah.
though, if that's your worst trait, man, you win, dude, right?
But yeah. Anyway, whenever you're ready, DJ.
I have already said this line.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
It's alright.
Why don't you learn how to take one?
How was I supposed to take that? Just laugh and say, well, fuck, so much for that. Is that
Yes.
what you expected?
Yes.
I threw my arms in a big, exacerbated shrug. Jenna frowns and lowers her ears.
Actually, we just thought you wouldn't fall for it. At least, not this hard. I mean, come on. I cropped that from the cover of some teen magazine. It was my number 2, if you didn't notice.
Yeah.
Gee. I like how they're both looking at me judgmentally right now.
Because like I said, if he took a little bit of extra time to just look at that, look at everything that was going on, he even said he's handsome, model handsome.
It implies he's expecting Chase to cheat, right? The fact that he fell for it implies there's there.
Yeah, that he's very overly protective of Chase and worried that Chase is looking to leave. And that he's also
But,
not
I mean,
willing to let go
He
either.
is, because they're on the precipice of Chase going to college.
Mhm.
And that's scary to Leo because it's a change in what has been comfortable and safe and good.
I
Right?
will point out, it's not Chase going to college, it's maybe Chase going to college. Chase hasn't decided yet.
Yeah, but that's even worse, right?
Mhm.
The action hasn't happened. It's not a yes or a no. It's a maybe.
It's up in the air, probably.
Yeah,
But probably
that's
not,
worse.
since Chase was saying some things with a little bit more finality.
So, like, it's playing with him even more, I would argue.
Maybe, but I would also say it's a difficult situation for them both to be in. Like, because if Chase is already certain he's going to go to college, how do you tell that to your, like, significant other? To tell them, hey, we've been dating for 3 years now, but I'm about to leave you behind and go to college. Something that you're not going to be able to join me with.
You know what's interesting about that?
Oh, yeah,
Is
Harry?
that when I was in high school, there was it was the entirely opposite. Like, all of us, man, woman, it didn't matter. We were all universally like, yeah, no, screw us and a relationship. Your future's far more important than what we have.
Mm.
Which, I can understand why that's odd, and I don't know if that's like
I would
just
say though
because of
that's somewhat like a weirdly healthy viewpoint though, because like a high school relationship usually isn't going to be one that works out. So like going into a relationship in high school and knowing like, nah, this probably isn't going to last in the long run. So this is just for fun for now and we'll move on. Like if you're somehow mature enough to do that, that's great.
Yeah, uniformly, that was just how it went. We were all just like, yeah, no, like, screw this.
Mhm.
Make sure you go to college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
no,
then
that's
we'll
definitely the
see
better
how
way.
this
Because yeah, like the thing is, unfortunately for a lot of people, and like especially here for Chase and Leo, they're with like the hopeless romantic viewpoint of, well, we got together now, so we'll be together forever. And like, I get that. Like, I can be a hopeless romantic at times, but like, yeah, it's usually not going to last forever.
Yeah, especially in high school.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and that's something that I think a lot of people maybe don't realize. Well, especially because like that's like probably like the first time you have a very romantic relationship for a lot of people.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
And so it feels like something that's going to last longer than what it actually will.
Uh-huh.
And so yes, that makes it even more challenging.
Oh
So
yeah.
then, yeah. And
All right. Well, whenever you're ready, DJ.
She continues to frown at me. Chase is still looking away from us, and I feel like the big asshole that's ruined everyone's fun. It just wasn't a good time, alright?
No.
No. Why the fuck is she doing this right now? Just wanted to talk to Chase. Alone. Look back into the restaurant and a server behind the counter is looking at us, a tray of food in her paws. Some of the patrons are staring too. Like I give a fuck. What the hell are you doing here anyway?
The semester ended last week.
So you're staying at home for the summer? Oh no. I know where she's going to be staying. Oh no.
You're wrong, is my guess.
Okay. I give her a confused look.
I'm assuming you're thinking she's gonna stay with Chase, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, she's not getting anywhere near Echo if she can help it.
Okay.
Remember, she's been avoiding her parents. She's only recently being able to legally emancipate herself from them, or at least she
Well,
was a
that's what I
runaway
thought.
from them, remember? So she's been avoiding the hell out of them.
Of course not. I'm staying with Emily.
I take a deep breath and close my eyes. I'd honestly be happy to hear Jenna was going to be around for the summer if she hadn't introduced herself in such a fucked up way. I hear her give a heavy sigh and I open my eyes to see her rubbing her head. Like I'm just the biggest disappointment.
You need to calm down, Lee. How can we ever have fun if you're exploding all the time?
I grit my teeth again. And I have to walk, not to
Work.
snarl.
Work. Wait, who's trying not to snarl right now? Is that Randall?
Yep.
Your timing could not have been more perfect.
I think it's because you kept saying the word walk, DJ, when the word was work.
work. I was
You were
going to say
taunting the
work.
poor guy.
And I had to work not to snarl. And then all we just hear is...
Also, the music has changed and it's starting to get darker.
Good morning, Randall. You made that sound in your sleep.
Ew. I can.
I hear it.
Oh wait.
But it's quiet, Alan.
Well, you might need to turn up your end because it's not that quiet on my end.
We might need to go into settings.
Oh
I
no,
hear
just
that.
right click on the video.
I don't know. Stream full. We're good, though. I can hear it now, and yes, it is on.
And I died.
Hey! Harry, don't start a new game yet. I think we could do an FTL playthrough after we get through this story.
Alright. I'm gonna go make cookies in sadness.
Yay! Sad cookies! I like how ominous it was when I got to say that.
Yay, sad cookies!
Lols.
Telling me to calm down is the worst thing you could do right now. I'm tired, I'm hot, and I just wanted to have lunch with Chase. Valid, to be perfectly honest. I glance at the phone and see it's already 20 past the hour. Which means Chase has to leave now. I squeezed the phone hard in my paw. But Jenna doesn't seem to notice.
You're overreacting.
Whoa.
The screen is getting darker.
Yeah, I noticed it too.
There's somebody here.
I feel something snap inside. And rather than chuck the phone in Jenna's direction, I spin and start to throw it down the sidewalk.
Oh, that's neat. I'm noticing something.
Yeah.
I realize...
Also, can we just admit the fact that Jenna is saying everything wrong?
Look, she's a freshman level psychology student. Give her some slack.
Yeah, I'm not a psychology student, and even I know you don't tell somebody to calm down and tell them they're overreacting.
Alan,
That's only gonna make them angrier.
is what's his name an otter?
Sydney?
Are you talking about Sam?
Yeah, Sam. Oh no, that's not an
Sam's
otter.
not an.
Sam's a fuck. It's like I
like a
know he's an
mountain lion,
albino.
I
He's
think.
albino mountain lion. Mountain lion.
Because
Yes,
I assume you guys see what's behind Chase right now.
I do.
I realize at the last second that it's Chase's phone that I'm throwing. I try to grab it. That's why Chase's phone has a crack on it, dude!
Oh my gosh!
I'm going to point out another thing. Remember, Chase throughout like all of like Leo's route where he's saying stuff like, you know, I have a right to know if my property's going to be in danger if I'm with you.
Oh my gosh!
The reason why they broke up was always already originally planned.
I realize at the last second that it's Chase's phone that I'm throwing. And I try to grab it back at the same time I throw it. I only succeed in clipping the corner, which sends it into a flip before it hits the concrete. Now, the color's changed.
Mm-hmm.
So, was Leo possessed?
Maybe, maybe not.
Huh.
Things get a little fucky around Echo and a little bit of Peyton, but more Echo.
The crunch sound, along with the sparking spray of glass, tell us that I just smashed the phone to hell. I wince and flatten my ears. I stare at the little black square for a while, feeling both of their eyes on the back of my head. I don't speak Spanish.
Que mierda fue eso?
What
Thank
a
you,
dumbass.
Hannah.
Isn't that like essentially what a
Mierda means shit.
what a
Usually.
shithead I am, basically.
I'm looking it up now.
Merda is like shit, right? Key is what?
Okay, what?
And
Yeah.
eso is.
What shit is this?
No, I don't think it's what shit is this. What shit did I do?
All right, I'm pulling up a translator right now. All right, so it is. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember what fue.
I speak French and Italian, so I'm kind of like fusing it together.
Okay, so que mierda fue eso? What the fuck was that?
Beautiful. Que mierda fue eso? I curse myself, though I've said enough times before that I know Chase recognizes the phrase. Slowly, I turn around. My Jenna looks concerned. Chase looks fucking pissed.
Well,
Yep.
here, like, remember, this is Chase shocked, and then as Leo turns around, Chase steals his ass to go,
And Jenna's like, I thought this was just fun.
Yeah, she
Slowly.
really did come back for the summer thinking, like, I could pull a neat little prank. Like, this was not a well-thought-out prank, if you noted. She's just like,
No.
I'm here. Let me borrow your phone. I'm Jared now. If you noted, it was 1,000+ messages and only, like, 5 of them from today.
In fairness, I do some pretty shitty pranks to Hannah.
He does, although not those kinds of pranks.
Well, yeah, because I play on insecurities and not care about others.
I mean, to be fair,
Oh,
he
no,
played
if
on
you
it.
were, that
She
would be
played on
super
it.
shitty. Not gonna lie.
Hey,
So,
by the way, I'm going to put in general a tea that I bought,
Ooh.
so you all can buy it. Because this is like, I ain't gonna lie, this is some of the best damn tea I've ever had.
I might get it.
I'm about good tea. Yeah, no, but later I will inform you guys of just how many shitty pranks I've played on Hannah.
You don't want them recorded?
I mean, I will. Oh no, I'll record them. I just want to.
You don't want to
I
have
think I'm
Hannah
prank
have,
photos.
like, a legal record?
There, you can look.
There are
you
only
can
two
look
that
at my,
stand out, so I guess I'll tell them both while we're here.
You
So-
can look at my
Well,
cuticles.
let,
that I
us
cut
finish.
to hell.
Let's finish
Yes,
this
yes, let's get to
actual
the
story
story.
first, because we're so
Okay.
close to the end.
Slowly, I turn around, my face flushing as I try to meet eyes with him. Otter? I'm sorry. I'll buy you...
I'm going to Pueblo, Leo.
He's looking at me now, and his hazel eyes feel like they're piercing right through me. I stare at him for a second, as if I don't understand. But I feel my stomach sink, even as I speak. What? He's sucking his cheeks to stop himself from frowning. The way he does when he's trying not to cry. Jenna's face. Jenna's silent, looking away. But my gut tells me she already knew this. And that starts to bring back some of the... What the hell are you talking about?
I said I'm going to Pueblo in August. I got accepted in January.
I don't know what to say. I feel like I've been punched in the stomach and I can't get my air back to make words. I say all I can manage. Chase, He turns away from me.
I gotta go back. I'm already gonna be late.
Jenna looks over at me. And I finally see some remorse in her face before she jogs to catch up with Chase. I hear her start to apologize. I watch him go, desperately wanting to run up and pull him into my arms and tell him I'm sorry. I know that'll probably make things worse.
By the way, the song playing right now is Theme for a Lonely Wolf.
He likes to be left alone when he's pissed like this. But after dropping that bomb, I want to talk to him right now. No. We'll figure this out. I'll just talk to him when school lets out. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Just a few more hours. I watched them pull out of the parking lot, and I wish he'd look at me as they drive past. But he doesn't. Neither does Jenna. I hesitate, then pick up Chase's phone, because he's going to recover some shit from it when I buy him a new one. Then hop in my truck. I sit there for a second, not sure what to do. I feel sick and angry and tired all at the same time. A lot of this is my fault. I punched the steering wheel. That feels good. So I do it again. But then I realize people are starting to stare. People are staring at me through the window. I flip them off before I just put the truck in gear. Is this why Chase is leaving me? I can't control my fucking temper sometimes. No, not leaving me. Just working things out. As I'm driving down the road, the churning feeling in my gut finally gets to me. And I pull my phone out, looking up now and then to correct my steering. I type what I hope is a heartfelt apology. In the middle of it, I remember that his phone is sitting in my cup holder. Fucking broken.
Don't text and drive, Leo.
I finally let out the snarl that I've been holding back and throw my phone in the passenger seat, accidentally swerving and setting off a few honks. I grip the steering wheel with both paws, blinking furiously as the road starts to blur. No, I'm not gonna cry. This will work out fine. We'll need to talk like we always do. Even if he does leave, we'll work something out. I'm not gonna fuck this up. I'm not gonna lose my temper ever again. I'm not gonna lose him.
And yeah,
It's really unfortunate when you think about how much of this could have been avoided if Chase would have actually just said, "No, Leo, we're breaking up."
mm-hmm.
If he said what?
If Chase had been direct and outright stated, we're breaking up.
Well, it's clear, but Leo's in denial.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it would have been good if... Because the thing is, between then, that scene and by the time we get back to Echo, Chase and Leo have very few conversations. And even then, the conversations they have aren't spectacular. They really should have at some point flat out, like, said, hey, we're broken up, right? Either of them really should have stopped and do that. I would say it was more on Chase.
Not just that. There's something that Chase does in the last story that really makes me mad.
Oh yeah, there is something revealed in Jenna's route, and like I said, it takes two to do the dumbass tango.
Not Jenna's route. That last story.
Oh really?
The last story with Chase, the one with no characters in it, besides Chase and Jenna. But Jenna's kind of like just referenced.
Are you talking about in Party?
Yes.
Oh. I don't remember
There's
that one.
There's something that Chase does that really upsets me.
Okay, well,
It's because of personal reasons, but it's still like,
we
dick
might
move,
get to that
bro.
tonight, or we might get to that later, depending.
okay, you said not to start a new game. I'm debating why not to.
Well, I mean, like, the thing is, like, if we wrap this up, then we would just maybe go to FTL, or we might do party if everyone wants to. I'm good with doing either option.
I see.
I just want to know, like, what people would prefer, because party really is just going to be me talking a lot. And, like,
Yeah,
I
it
can
is.
do that any week.
Alan's like, I can hear my voice all the time.
I'm always talking, like, all the time. I have such a beautiful voice. But
Dude,
yeah,
I feel... I'm not gonna say that Leo's in the right here, because he is.
Mhm.
But I am gonna say I get it. You know what I'm saying?
I get
Are you saying you're
that.
getting how he's feeling?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and I think we're not recording anymore, right?
We're recording.
Oh, we're still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Oh,
If you guys want to stop recording, let me know, and we can just say goodbye, and then we can talk off camera before we do FTL probably tonight, because it sounds like people are cool with just jumping ship to FTL tonight.
But yeah, I get it, dude. I guess that's all I've got.
Okay.
I get it.
All
I feel so bad for this dude.
All I'm gonna say is that there was always problems with Chase and Leo's relationship, and it even showed itself back in Route 65. The thing was, though, in Route 65, hey, they were at the beginning of their relationship. Maybe they could have addressed these things and started to grow, but that's asking a lot for a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old. Now that they were 18 and 20 respectively, like, yeah, they really maybe need to either talk more and work out their problems in their relationship, or be very clear and break up with each other, when honestly they don't do a good job of that. That's why Echo starts with Leo having that like heartfelt speech to Chase, going like, why aren't we together anymore, and all that, because he's not certain why they broke up. He listed a whole shit ton of reasons there, and Chase still hasn't said, even if they really are truly broken up with no chance of getting back together. And that's a shitty thing to do to an ex.
Well, and he didn't, like, even here he says, I'm going to Peyton. You know, we get
And he's
why
going to
that...
Pueblo.
Pueblo. We get why...
No, I didn't touch it.
We get why that he's essentially, that means... But, like, it's also not clear enough.
Mm-hmm. He's not
The
saying
problem
Leo
I
will break
have
me up.
with Chase is Chase wants Leo sometimes.
Hmm?
That's the best way I can put it. They don't have a relationship. They have a Chase going, I'll have you when I want you.
Huh.
Because that's
Yeah, I
really
mean-
what it is, right?
Chase is, in a weird way, Chase is almost more... So, Leo is somewhat physically abusive and, like,
Possessive.
possessive and angry, whereas Chase
I don't know.
mentally almost
Leo's
like
not,
mentally
is not physically abusive. He can definitely be emotionally manipulative, but Chase is definitely doing that a lot more to Leo in some capacity too.
I
Yeah,
will.
like-
Oh, go
I
for
would
it, sir.
agree that Leo has anger issues and attachment issues, or
Mhm.
is like possessive, but Chase is absolutely the manipulator in this relationship.
I would
A
agree with
lot of what happens doesn't happen on Leo's time. A lot of it happens on Chase's time. They don't meet up when Leo has openings in his schedule. They meet up when Chase has openings in his schedule. If something goes wrong, who pays for it? Leo does. Before Chase got a car, who drove Chase everywhere, you know?
Yeah, no, I
That's
agree.
kind-
I would
that's
agree with
like-
that. Because, yeah, Leo's the one
Chase
working
is-
right now. Chase is still in high school. Why aren't they meeting after school at some place that Leo can reach?
Like it like literally at the beginning of that Leo was talking about effect, like it sucks he has to drive all the way out here, right? But if he wants to see Chase, he doesn't have a choice.
And then he does that just to... Well, okay, it's unclear whether he would have broken up, right? Because...
Well, that's the thing, though. Leo is never going to break off this relationship because he doesn't want the relationship to end. Chase is fully in control of when that happens, right? Granted, Leo at any point can do the same thing, but he doesn't.
Well, because he doesn't want to, yeah, I see.
Leo is very much a hopeless romantic that believes that Chase is his soulmate and that he can't really move to another person beyond Chase.
And that's the thing is, like, in Leo's route in Echo, Chase really falls into the same routine, except he isn't prepared for how broken he left Leo. Because Chase continues to break Leo even after he leaves DePablo, which we'll get to. Again, one of the things that I'm not okay with, but fine, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He continues to break Leo even when he's in Leo, so he's not prepared to just how broken and possessive Leo became compared to... For example, here, honestly, I'd say, yeah, he's nervous. He's nervous about Chase maybe cheating and doesn't want him to leave, but that's honestly as far as it goes, right? He clearly isn't going to do the things he does in Echo, where he like starts texting everybody else. But when he gets to Echo, he clearly is. He's clearly that desperate and that possessive of Chase at that point. And that's really the thing is, in a weird way, granted, I don't necessarily like some of the things Leo did, but I don't blame Leo a lot for how he acts. He was, I mean, in a funny way, it's kind of karma towards Chase. Is you did this to this dude, now you're suffering the consequences of everything you did to him over these years in his route. Or at least that's how I always viewed it. Or that's how I viewed it after watching this.
I kind of agree with that, but I also have things I disagree regarding it. Because my stance on Leo and Chase is that I think both of them are at fault for how fucked up and toxic their relationship was.
Yeah.
I genuinely
I
think
agree
that
with
both of them are at fault there.
Their relationship is mutually toxic.
Yeah, like, I really can't say who I think is worse between the two of them. I just kind of always, like, whenever I see their relationship, I'm like, it takes two to do this awful tango.
You both suck.
I agree with you that they're both at fault. I'm simply saying in the relationship, at least leading up towards Echo, Chase is the manipulator of the two.
I would agree with that in some capacity. I wouldn't say Chase
Because-
is outright trying to manipulate when he was in high school. I would
Is
say...
Alan staticking for anybody else
Am
or
I?
just me?
Am I staticking?
You guys were lighting up or talking, but I wasn't hearing any echo.
But were we
Continue.
staticking? Like,
No.
cutting in and out.
Well, yeah, you just did actually when you asked, but you haven't been.
No, I'm kidding. Am I
Yeah.
staticking?
I just feel like
No,
there's
you're not
a
static,
hint of
don't worry about
static
it.
at the back of your voice. I'm kind of nervous it might be my headphones, which I hope it's not.
Oh, that's no good.
Anyway, continue, please.
What I was trying to say was, I feel like when it came to how manipulative Chase was, I don't think he was that manipulative back in high school. I think he was somewhat, but it wasn't that powerful of it. There is definitely some stuff that happens off camera, I guess, technically, or like out of the story that's mentioned that Chase does, that I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck, Chase? But, oh, cool, thanks, Malwarebytes. Fuck off. God, that ended up in the goddamn recording. Alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it came to Chase and Leo's relationship and all of like the issues there, I do think that both of them were at fault. Leo had a lot of issues with anger. He was really even starting to get possessive towards the end of that relationship. And like, I get where he was coming from, but that was some definite red flags that were starting to pop up. However, Chase also had some red flags that were popping up too, because honestly, both of them really weren't great. He really shouldn't have gone through with a prank to target his boyfriend's possible jealousy and everything.
It was a garbage move, yeah.
But at the same time, you know, Leo really shouldn't have been going for the, oh yeah, I know you might be cheating on me, and oh, I'm gonna start snooping through your phone, and oh, I'm angry and I'm so pissed off with Jenna, but I'm able to withhold my anger just enough not to chuck the phone at her head.
So the one thing is it does appear like he got like some form of possessed at that point.
Potentially. That is one of the things that they're maybe hinting at with that. I don't know fully, though. I would say that it might be a sign that something's going on with the hysteria, even then, and that was kind of leading into it. But I would also say that a lot of that is Leo on his own, because you know it only happened for him breaking Chase's phone. Everything else was Leo on his own.
Yeah, no, I agree. Leading up to that point, it was just Leo being a dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
100% agree on that.
Matt, what are your thoughts?
On this whole situation,
Yeah.
both of them are just messes.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Honestly, I really don't feel like both are toxic in different aspects.
Mm-hmm.
Chase being just not having the guts to confront the situation, while at the same time Leo is being way too possessive.
Yeah, I think that's succinct.
Oh, yeah. Alright, well, any last thoughts, or should we say goodbye?
I think it's time to say goodbye.
Drink
Unless the internet
tea
wants it on the
that I
record, the
said,
pranks are played on
because
Hannah.
It's good tea.
Oh, yeah, you did say you wanted to reveal some of your
God.
pranks you did to Hannah, DJ.
Both are really mean, and I'm surprised she didn't break for the first one. I'm not gonna lie.
Which one was the first one?
So it was our first April Fools together. And when I say together, I mean dating. I had been dating this girl for 4 months, maybe.
So you
And I
got together,
gave her
like,
a call-
did you get together around Christmas, or did you get together around New Year's?
Well,
4 months, February, so... God, we'd only been dating like a month
That would have been
no,
like 2-ish
we
months.
officially got together in March, I think.
in March, so it was...
Oh, then
Oh,
less
it
than a
must have
month.
been-
Way to go.
It must have been like...
So,
Wow,
yeah, how
garbage.
long was his boyfriend he was?
Garbage! Wow, okay. At any rate, and, okay, the only background the internet needs for this is Hannah loves the heck out of Weird Al Yankovic. So I call her sounding as distressed as possible. And I say, and it's April Fool's, and I say, Hannah, Weird Al Yankovic just died. She bought it and told her whole family.
No, it wasn't the whole family.
Just
I
her
think
dad.
It was Dad who was
That Weird Al Yankovic died. And they both were like freaking out. And I said,
Aww.
yeah, and I mean, oh my goodness. Like, what? And I go, yeah, April 1st. And it still didn't click for like another hot second. And then she went, oh. And
It was
she was
awful.
ready to murder
It
me.
was so awful.
Alan evilly laughs in the background.
Oh, I'm more like laughing because like I'm wanting now to hear how Hannah got her revenge because the Hannah that I
well, yeah, I haven't really been able to find a good way to like exact my revenge on DJ.
So-
like, I think there was one point I was thinking about doing something, but I'm not good at this.
Well, and also, okay, I have a rule, and that's pranks. I find pranks to be mean, except for on April Fool's Day.
Okay.
So, like, you can't just pull a random prank. That's not funny. It's got to be on April Fool's Day. So, this one was even meaner. Oh,
Jeez.
gosh.
I'm just gonna warn you now, DJ, because I mean it's already too late for you. But for anyone else who's thinking about doing a prank to Hannah, the Hannah that I know, she's very apt at getting her revenge.
So, anyway, this other one.
The
So,
Book of Grudges.
the only backstory you need for this is one November when Hannah and I were driving in a foresty area. We hit a deer on the interstate going in, and it mangled our car. So
This one was worse.
it was so...
I'm trying to get it out, by the way, DJ.
So this was so mean.
Yes,
So,
it was. This was
we
very
were
recent,
we were
too.
meeting up, and we had two separate cars.
Hmm.
So we're driving to the same restaurant on two side roads, and
I say I'm picking up somebody
she's
else.
picking up some friends, and I think you were doing tours for me of all people. And I call her, having already arrived at the restaurant we were all supposed to meet up at, and I go, "Hey, can you pick me up on the side of the road?" And she goes, "Why? What happened?" I go, "Well, I hit another deer," and like we have a brand new car from when we hit the deer the last time. They go, "I hit another deer, and can you pick me up over here?" And she goes, "Oh my gosh, yes, I can drive over." And I want to drive over because that'd be too mean. So I go, "Oh wait, okay, it sounds like it can start the car back up. I'm gonna try to nurse it over to the restaurant. So meet me at the restaurant. I should be okay."
And it's still
Because let's be clear, I'm mean, but I wasn't gonna make her drive all the way to the side of the road where I wasn't. That's an extra level of mean.
Oh, jeez.
But I did make her show up at the restaurant and I go, "Oh no, do you see where it hit the deer? Like, can you tell?" Of course, I didn't hit a deer.
And I'm looking at the car. I'm just like, I'm not noticing anything.
And I'm like, "Oh, what about the other side? Look on the other side."
Jeez.
And eventually he just starts laughing. I'm just like, holy dude.
I go, "You know what day it is, right?" And she goes, "It's April." Oh, she was so mad at me. And the funny thing is the person who she was picking up was in a relationship, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, I would never do that. I'd be so much better in my relationship." Yeah, he broke up with that girl. So I'm just saying, I'm better for the relationship than him. I'm just a garbage prank person. Those are my two garbage pranks.
Alright, that's how you want to describe yourself, DJ.
And
Alright.
then everyone on the internet is like,
Everyone
what
on the internet
hell?
is like, "We will find you."
Alright. Well, say goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
I wonder if Canadians have lived next to the maple syrup trees for so long that a little bit of it exists in their veins. So if there's ever a plague that wipes out all the maple syrup trees, we can just tap into their bloodstream and take the maple syrup out of them instead.
Are you
That
suggesting
sounds...
we tap Canadians the way one taps maple
Dear
trees?
Lord.
Yes.
Disgusting.
Yes, I am.
Disgusting.
Harry, look, just because they have high
Horrifying.
sugar content in their blood doesn't mean it's going to be syrupy. It
Isn't
will
that
coagulate too
diabetes?
quickly.
Does that mean that people with diabetes have liquid syrup in their blades that you can...
No. See, the thing is, blood coagulates too quickly to be a syrup.
Liquid syrup. I'm picturing
Not if
liquid...
you, not unless you try hard enough.
Are you Canadian? Do you have liquid syrup
No.
running through your veins?
No.
All right, I'm gonna stop the recording now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.